why shouldn't we just be able to embrace the way we just are naturally? I mean, we have it, it's growing on us, so why are we going through all this effort to get rid of it? And sometimes it's painful. Why are we going through all of this effort to tear hair out of our bodies? Also, it's never actually, you shave and it's never actually, your legs or your armpits or whatever are never actually smooth the way, you know, like a razor commercial or a shaving cream commercial shows. And there are these completely unrealistic expectations, I think, which is ridiculous. Yeah, ridiculous. So my first memory of like shaving and society sort of was at summer camp, which is kind of funny because the summer camp I went to, it's called Green Cove. It's in North Carolina, and it's the best, the most amazing place in the world. And a couple of the girls in my cabin were shaving, and I hadn't started yet. I remember I was like just putting the shaving cream on my nose and like just being ridiculous, you know? And then that following school year in 6th grade, and I have pretty dark hair. I'm not like super hairy woman, but it's not like light. And I was wearing shorts, and I remember I walked up to the board in reading class to write an answer on the board, and I heard one of the boys say, "Oh my gosh, her legs are so hairy, that's so gross," or something that really embarrassed me. And I went home and decided that I needed to start shaving. And I was so embarrassed. And then the next year in 7th grade, one of the boys made fun of my hairy arms and told me I had man arms. And it was just kind of like that mentality, that, you know, idea that I needed to get rid of my hair and not be hairy. Oddly, mostly, like, I don't think I ever had another woman or girl, like, comment. It was always guys, boys, men that I felt like I needed to shave for. Again, at my summer camp, when I was on staff there, there were a lot of women who didn't shave, other counselors who didn't shave their armpits, their legs, anything. We were just out in the woods, you know, so they didn't. So I kind of started seeing other women doing that. Then about 2.5 years ago, my boyfriend and I were getting ready to go on a road trip out to Utah, and it was going to be in October, and he had decided he was going to do No Shave November. And he said, "Ooh, I'm going to start early. I'm going to do in October I'm going to start for our road trip." And he was like, "Why don't you do it with me? How fun would that be, Julia, if you didn't shave for our road trip either? That would be so cool. Like, I'd be totally into that." And I said, "Sure, why not? Why? I don't really like shaving. It's really a huge hassle." And that's kind of when I stopped shaving. And since then, it's just been really nice not to have to worry about it and not have to think every week, "Oh, I'm kind of getting stubble, like, oh, I better shave, oh, I'm gonna go to the gym and wear a tank top and I've got to shave my armpits," or like in the summertime when I go to the pool. Like, yeah, I don't want to say like my decision was based on, I made the decision for someone else, because it's definitely a decision that I made for myself, but having his support and him saying, "You're beautiful and sexy with hairy armpits and hairy legs and hairy everything, or without, like, I really don't care, and I kind of like your hairy armpits better, actually." And so that was really liberating, I think, to meet a guy who was totally okay with that. My mom hates it. She hates it. And that really upsets me. And she'll tell me she doesn't like it. And there's a picture of me on Facebook and you can see my armpits, my hairy armpits, she'll comment, "I don't like your hairy armpits at all. I don't like this at all." And I usually delete. Poor mom. I usually delete them because it's not very body positive and it's not a positive comment. You know, I'm sure she saw that the article that I wrote for this website, but we've never really had a conversation about it. She doesn't really bring it up in person. It's usually just like over through the safety of social media or whatever.
If some guy was to walk up to you right now and say like, "Hey, why don't you shave your pits? You need to shave your pits."
It's none of your business. Why do you care? I'm not smelly. I shower. I mean, if it's offensive to you, don't look. It's my body and I'll do with it what I want. You don't get to stick your laws in my vagina. Hell yeah.
High five.